transmissions detected.
Kill them all.
Let's drop some lead on those motherfuckers.
Hello, my friends. Many people claim that some sort of worldwide event was known by our governments, either a cataclysm or some natural disaster or something. Well, it's come up over and over in the past and, well, we just kind of brushed it off. Then with the Alien Disclosure Project, we find out, well, something else might be heading this way. People claim the same thing all throughout the years. Governments of the world knew something's coming, knew something was going to happen, and the masses would panic, so it's agreed upon not to say anything. Let it play out. You see, they decided we get the short bus announcements, y'all. Weaponry of every kind's being poured out of our factories as fast as possible. We got these drones, and check this out. They fly support, our wingman now for a pilot. He can have a fleet of them. They'll mirror him, follow him around, protect him, attack targets with him, whatever he wants. They're AI controlled, not the 2+2 ones, the be your friend one, okay? And who are they going to fight? Insurgents? Be real. It appears we get to hang out and watch whatever's about to go down, my friends. Okay? Now, suggesting that they do what they please without anyone's permission, it's enough reason to shut them down, but it's almost like we do not matter anymore. They got bigger fish to fry. Have you noticed that? So there has to be something else. So today I had no choice but to document the alleged claim by Scientologists and other crazies of the world that Federation ships are on their way to Earth. Apparently with bubblegum. I don't know. Stay with me, it gets crazy. Now then we have the elite and the stars of the show. They're building their bunkers, and not one or two. It seems like everyone got the memo about it. And since they love money so much, I thought, well, the reset thing seems silly to me. We are too valuable. Without us, they have nothing but themselves, and that's even scarier to them than anything. What's the plan? What are you going to pour your own margaritas? Absolutely not. You going to cut your own grass? Hell no. The boogeyman's on its way. An asteroid impact, alien invasion, sci-fi skits. That's what we're going to do now? That's what we're going to go with? Well, let's go with it. Can they see it? Is it invisible? What are the stats on it? I looked everywhere to get anything I could. There was so many things popping up, entering our little corner of the universe. Just pick you one of any mountain or block of ice flying through space right now, and that'll do. It's weird. Considering original pictures here, look, check these out. They're blurry and strange. Now, if they do get high-def ones, it's just, an infrared or what have you. Definitely doesn't look like they do in the Photoshop ones, does it? The originals, don't they seem creepier and more spacey looking? Yep. Check out the crystal patterns and the stars there, the light coming off of it. That is awesome. Yeah, you can go land on that right there. Now, the weapons they're stockpiling, think about this. You don't squash ants with bulldozers. That was my point behind that. That's not for us. But what if I told you? Even though it appeared in the past that they wanted us sick too, that's not what it meant. By no means. That's not what they're trying to do. They give no shits either way, trust me. It's just an added bonus if something happens, but they're simply working out the details on a weapon that's not meant for us. They only need us to carry it for them, to be infected or have the antibodies built up. That's the mindset of people like, I don't know, Fauci. You see, I don't know how many of these idiots believe something's coming. With most scientists and the elite thinking the same way, doing the same things, I can only speculate they believe the same thing. And that's the reason for the recent infatuation with everything, even with the coals. The Nibiru cataclysm. That popped up so many times. It's supposed to be some disastrous encounter between Earth and a large planetary object, either a collision, a near miss, or a flat-out invasion. Certain groups believe this would take place in the early 21st century, and believers in this doomsday event refer to this object as Nibiru or Planet X. Scientology version, just replace the planet with a spaceship of federal guards of the universe on board and you got it. Or the other story of the Sumerian gods coming to get their gold from Fort Knox. Either one will work. Now, many atheists, scientists, and cult members believe this is true. Someone's on the way, no matter how insane it sounds to you. You have to understand the reasoning. People will believe ideas that a God-fearing person would rule out. Some people, no matter the danger signs, see profit and they ignore the details. Cloven feet, smell of sulfur, little gray dude, look like frogs. They don't get what the problem is. Now, a spiritual person would. In War of the Worlds, Independence Day, all of them, aliens show up, what happens? Well, all that technology can't keep them safe. They end up like the natives when the explorers showed up and didn't wash their hands, right? It's my belief that when they think this, it's my belief they think that when Planet X gets here, or the Confederacy, like they call it, I mean, how dare you, oh my goodness, if we're all infected with this virus or carrying a contagious sniffle, when the aliens get here, yeah, they're done. What a plan. Or a cheesy sci-fi movie, right? And we see they're not doing scientific experiments anymore either, y'all. They've become like kids in a sandbox. I mean, when they're not playing, they're merely grave robbing and stealing relics. That alone is such a train wreck. How many tombs or dead things can we dig up before we dig up like an infected corpse with like the Black Plague? Seriously. In 2020, guess what they did? Now, I'm going to get off track for a second. I got to tell you this. Allegedly, they retrieved bacteria from below the ocean floor, 100 million years old. That's what they claimed. Now, they had the great idea to retrieve it. For several weeks, it grew and multiplied. So why did you go down there and get it and then, like, reanimate it, give it some food, give it some water? Like, what is the deal? Why would you do that? It seems stupid to hire people as dangerous and irresponsible as these fools are. Because see, even if it isn't today, eventually by playing too much, they're going to wake up something that they never should have. Something that we only read about. These biotech companies and labs, they need to be shut down. People need to go to prison. These people are insane. And that's why I think they're preparing for an invasion. Why else would we allow this to keep going on? I mean, it's obviously for a reason. Now, I was talking to a close friend the other day, and he said when a paper's written by any scientist, it doesn't have to be proven. It doesn't have to be observed. It just has to be logical and probable, like mathematically, right? It gets peer-reviewed by other scientists, and if it's logical, if it's probable, it'll be accepted as scientific evidence, and that is absolutely terrifying. We do that. I also learned that scientists were counting the ice layers in the permafrost. You know how they date things to millions and billions and trillions of years old, right? You see, one layer that they had, they said it was 3,000 years old minimum. But they were soon brought back to reality when a 1940s aircraft was found in that layer of ice from World War II. You see, they're making up everything. They're done with normal science. It's be as wild as possible now. And this is a constant when you investigate all this. Scientists make up nonsense. They get caught doing it. So when you try to look up something or try to find any type of data, you get hit with all the nonsense. When push comes to shove, they know as much as you and I do. Are they purposefully lying? I don't think so. I think they're repeating what they've been taught, which tells you we need to update science. But as I dove down this rabbit hole, I kept getting the invasion, something heading this way, something coming to see us. I feel like that was irrational. Why would we not all be informed? Maybe we could help. And after all I sifted through, I saw the problem. Our society has allowed people in specific job areas that's not qualified. I believe it goes all the way to the top, and that's why we have a problem. If a normal, rational person was dealing with this, it wouldn't be this way. Today, we have the issue of idiots present in every serious area where they should not be tolerated, and that's what happens. Now, when I looked at why these asteroids and comets were showing up out of nowhere, like biblical things happening, I didn't get a good answer, okay? Stars dancing and putting on light shows above a city, then disappearing before everyone's eyes, a phenomenon. We can't accept that excuse anymore, right? That's unreasonable for the explanation to be, we don't know, a phenomenon. For as much money as we pay them, y'all, come on. They refuse to answer any real questions. And despite constantly reported objects from planets or stars doing unnatural things, right? Somebody's lying. They also, with the same breath, say planet-sized objects will never collide or get close enough to Earth in the near future for collision. Such an object would destabilize the orbits of other planets to the extent that their effects would be easily observable today. Apparently, it's a phenomenon and not supported by any scientific evidence, rejected by astronomers and planetary scientists as a hoax. I'm confused now. Are there comets and asteroids flying all around us or not? And that's why I think the alien disclosure was to see what we would say, what our reaction would be. They know we saw two crafts with two different abilities, one seeming to be man-made, the other not so much. And it seems odd to me considering the tall tales that NASA spews out every day. Like, what's happening here? The astrologers report things taking place regularly, weird stuff. Clusters of stars turn off. It's a phenomenon. Comets show up, stars move out of place. What is that? Is it a lie? Yeah, you choose it. We also get another eclipse this year with an X marks the spot thing going on. Yep, water bursting out of the ground in the desert. I mean, what is that, a busted pipes? The Euphrates running dry, earthquakes in one place after another. Some could say this is the start of the apocalypse. But I think it's a psychological war game. I mean, I'm not sure what's happening, y'all. We forget because they overwhelm us with data and drama. What does it have to do with them hiding in the earth, you might say? With something heading this way? Well, because people in positions of power in the know really think something or someone is coming our way. If you've been playing with etheric realms for 80 years and beings tell you this information, I mean, as godless as they are, they believe it. Scientology and some other cults believe in an apocalyptic revelation-style event, like full-fledged pick-a-side, winner-takes-all showdown is what we have in store. And yes, the word on the street for our happy scientists, since they're locked into they evolved from slime, they listen to their little gray frog buddies who convince them and the deep state and the elites there's a hostile race of beings from another solar system on its way who apparently are universal police. Seriously, I wish I was joking. They're freaking idiots. Tom Cruise and John Travolta and many elites that you see every day, they're Scientologists. Now, you don't need a religion to be crazy, but it helps out. Let me read to you what the godless ones believe in the Church of Scientology, and you'll get a good picture of this. 80 million years ago, a group of aliens that exist outside of human space-time, interdimensional, developed a plan to take over the universe by activating an inserted genetic implant that will allow for the enslavement of the universe through telepathic mind control. The implant will be activated during the return of the Galactic Confederacy. Oh, how nice that'll be. Which Hubbard declares is rapidly approaching. All world religions except for original Buddhism. Aren't y'all special? Participating in a conspiracy with the aliens to telepathically enslave the universe. I knew that's what the Pope was doing. All right, so then it says here, this is crazy. Hubbard says the second coming described in the book of Revelation refers to this event. He said the Antichrist, the archenemy of Christ, he says he's going to emerge and stop the Galactic Confederacy's return. That's the story, right? But we just call it that. It says the reason why we do that, the reason why we think about Jesus and we know that, they said it's due to your R6 implant. He's going straight to hell, don't worry. And, well, he says that he will return as not a religious leader but a political one and halt a series of events designed to make happy slaves of us all. He's crazy. I'm sorry. He's insane. Now, could you ever imagine that's what was wrong this whole time? What a crazy world it would be if the people running the show trying to brainwash us are brainwashed themselves. The Church of Scientology has a paramilitary or a militia too, y'all. You can't make this stuff up. This is crazy, y'all. The reason why we're not paying any attention is just it's too much. It seems like a lie, but it's not. The Church of Scientology has a navy. It's called Sea Org. They got ships, they got bases, they give out rank, wear uniforms, and that's just what's known. Do your research. There's a lot to find with the winners that attend this circus. Remember when the American government hated militias, y'all? I wonder what would have happened if the Proud Boys had like a navy of World War II decommissioned ships. What would happen? Now, they keep these ships in international waters like at Caracas and other places where they don't get boarded or searched by the authorities. Under the guise of a company, they sail the seven seas. Scientology has been accused as recently as April of 2022 of child abuse, enslavement, human trafficking, and kidnapping. What? They've been in trouble with the IRS and the U.S. government since the 1960s. Well, can you just ever think of something like, I mean, are you serious? They were accused of child abuse, kidnapping, trafficking, a lot of other things. And guess what? Robert Mueller dismissed the FBI investigations against the church in 2009. Can you ever have imagined it was old Bob who let him off? All the world's a stage, isn't it, bro? He did his job, didn't he? Twice. You think he would drop your case? Absolutely not. With all the trafficking that's been brought into light, no one said anything about these fools and their little navy and their ships cruising around the oceans at will, probably going to all kinds of islands, you know what I mean? And with the entertainment industry being accused of exactly this, why would we not be told this? Why would everyone not see this? Why would it not be headline news right now? No wonder they kept it quiet. Now, in summary, I gave you all that information fast and simple because the truth is, in my searching, there is good evidence that these clowns are literally thinking an alien race is on its way. I swear, y'all, a sort of police, I take it, for the universe. And that should throw up some red flags. Why are they panicking, preparing themselves and their machines and hoping of stopping what? And we're of no concern to them, you have to see that. We're who have to stay up top and deal with it. Besides, they laced us with venom so the aliens get a cold. In loving regards from our friends in Wuhan and the CDC. But now they hope this is a false alarm. That's what I've noticed. The lies they've been told are very powerful. They're scary to them. Aliens coming from another planet, they have to believe that. What else do they have? They can't handle what happens, y'all. If I'm right or wrong, they're not hanging around to check anyway, right? And I'm sure, trust me, I am sure there will be an alien invasion soon enough. At least once for the fun of it, y'all. You gotta know that. Before it's over, you gotta know they're gonna do it. The show has started already. It has to go on. I think they'll be safe in their ships with Tom Cruise, or in a bunker with John Travolta or Alec Baldwin or somewhere. Just the people I dream of spending my apocalypse with, right? But all joking aside, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Anybody that says they do is kidding themselves. Aliens? Who knows what that's about? Maybe, right? But let those with understanding put the facts together for themselves. Whatever's heading this way, we're soon going to find out. Until then, well, may them and their friends live forever and get what their hearts desire. For me, I'll wait for my gifts, y'all. You forgive me if I'm kind of weary of what comes in threes. Looks like frog, smells like sulfur, has cloven feet. Sorry. Yeah, I'll pass for just a minute. You do it first, right? And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. My love to you all. I'm Wild Dog, and I am out of here.
Mr. Weatherman, what is your forecast? I need a major change. I can't stand no more rain. Everything's been going wrong. Please tell me it's something in the ozone. Or is the atmospheric pressure just too strong?